Today we're talking all things refunds and returns and how to handle unhappy customers. Hey there, I'm Nafisa Shireen, success coach for entrepreneurs, and welcome to Living Forward TV for the best tips, mindset hacks, strategies on how you can make a massive leap in your income and build a business you love around the life you know you're meant to live. Consider subscribing to my channel and click the bell notification and you will be on your way. Nothing invokes fear and panic and emotional upset in an entrepreneur than somebody asking for a refund. And there's a lot of reasons why this churning comes up, because it doesn't feel very nice, and sometimes people can take it to mean something about them or their product or service, that it wasn't good enough, or maybe you've spent the money and don't have it to give back, or maybe you've given this person so much of your time that you can't get back and now they want their money back. And so today we're going to peel the curtain back and we're going to have an honest, open conversation on how to handle these requests. I'm going to share with you some of what I do, and we're also going to take a look at how you can set your sales process up so that you can really work to eliminate some of these refunds before they even become an issue during the sales call. And make sure to stick around, because I'm actually going to give you access to my actual refund policies that you can download to use as an example for your own. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so don't implement anything like this in your business without consulting with one, but at least it gives you an idea of how we operate here at Living Forward, and it's worked out really well for us, and it can work out really well for you as well. All right, let's look at the very first place you need to look at when it comes to dealing with refunds and possibly avoiding them, and that's before you ever get the sale. On your website or in your contracts, you need to have it very clearly spelled out on how you handle refund requests and what your policies are. And that needs to be made clear to the client, whether it's in a sales letter, an email, a web page, or in the contract. I make sure that in my private coaching contracts that are no refund policy for private coaching, they actually initial that page, because I want to make sure that they fully understand that before they ever make a purchase. And this is really important, because when your clients are purchasing, they need to know up front what your policies are. And it goes further than that. If somebody is asking questions about what your refund policy is, yes, you want to answer, and yes, you want to tell them. And what that policy is can be different depending on what the service or product is. And you'll see that in my refund policies when I share them with you later. But when clients ask that, that's when you actually want to stop the sales process and ask them, hey, it sounds like a refund is something that's really important to you. Can I ask you why you think you might need a refund? It's really important to ask this up front, because if somebody's looking at whether they can get their money back before they even spend it, you know that they're not a committed client at that point. I mean, just take, for example, like if you go out and buy something and you know it's exactly what you need and you buy it and you take it home, versus you go out and you see something and it's kind of maybe right, so you want to give it a try. What's the first thing you're going to do when you go to pay for it? You're going to say, how long? Like, what's your return policy and how long do I have, right? The first scenario is you're making a committed purchase, and the second one, you're trying it out. And so it's really important in those situations to ask your prospect a few more questions to find out if there's any unanswered questions, if there's anything you can do to help them before they make the sale, so that you understand why it is they're even thinking about a refund up front. Now, sure, as you ask these questions, it's actually possible they don't go forward with the sale, but if they don't go forward with the sale, they probably would have been asking for their money back anyway. So it's best to just find out right then and there. But for the most part, people are going to feel really appreciated and listened to and understood. And when you answer their questions up front, what you do is you prevent them going home and churning or having buyer's remorse or regretting or having all the issues that would come up that might cause them to want a refund. No matter how much prevention you do, you are always going to have people that request refunds. It's just a part of doing business. Part of staying profitable and being able to not let these refund requests take you out is to have a very clear standard policy that you stick with and that you're consistent with. Now, what that policy is could change for the products and services you offer. And even in your own business, you might have different refund policies for different levels of service or different types of products. And that's okay. I have that in my business as well, which you will learn in my own policies. Now, with your policies, though, you do want to make sure that you have worked with a lawyer, that you have looked at what your local laws are, consumer protection, what's normal in your industry, what your merchant provider expects, so that you are fully in compliance. And you want to make sure you stick to your policies, because what hurts business owners more is when there's a lack of trust with their clients or the general public or prospects out there. So even if somebody doesn't necessarily like what the outcome is because they're past the refund allowance period or they haven't followed the refund policies, they're going to respect you and they're going to be able to trust you because you stick with what those refund policies are. One of our products that we have is a digital product, and I don't offer refunds on that unless the client has done the work, can prove they've done the work, and didn't get results, in which case I don't want their money because I know my product works, and if they didn't get the results, then that's not a good thing. But they have to show me that they did the work, and that's really important because with digital product or intellectual property, once you give it away, you can never get it back. Even if they say they didn't look at it, you have no way of knowing that. And we make that really clear up front, and we stick to it. And yes, there's been people who have not liked it, and they still respect our decision because they understand it. Now, there's going to be other times in your business where it is appropriate to give a refund, or there's going to be times where it's not appropriate to give a refund. But you don't want to be making those decisions on the fly. You want to have those policies up front. So what I suggest you do is you sit down with your team, you sit down with your business coach or your attorney and look at what all the possible scenarios are and draft up these policies when you're not emotional, when a client isn't there, when you can take all of the emotion out of it and make them from a really clear-headed business position and know what's actually right for your business. And even if your refund policy does include giving money back within a certain amount of time, don't just hand it over and give the refund if somebody asks for it without having a conversation with them, because maybe what they purchased wasn't the right thing for them and what they really want is something else, and you can swap that and give them a credit or give them a swap or a trade. Or maybe they're just stuck and frustrated and they don't understand and they don't know what to do next. And in those cases, sometimes just a quick, simple phone call is all they need to help them get unstuck, move on, and be a really happy customer. I know within our company, sometimes we have had people who get stuck. And so a quick 5-minute call from my team or even myself makes them feel like, oh my goodness, I can't believe it. This was a digital product and somebody actually phoned me and cared enough to help me solve my problem. And instead of looking for a refund, they turn into raving fans. I mean, at the end of the day, refunds are all about customer service, sticking behind your word, and really making your clients feel taken care of and that they're not going to lose out. And so when you can back that up with your actions and your customer service policy and support your clients, your request for refunds will really go down or possibly even be eliminated. And yes, there are times where I firmly believe that no refunds is the right policy depending on the service. However, in those situations, you want to make sure that it's very clear to your client before they ever buy that there is a no refund policy, whether that's on your sales page, your sales letter, in your contract. Like I said earlier, my clients initial that page so that I know they've seen that. And it's important that they see it up front. Because if that's going to make them back out, as I said, again, having them back out beforehand is much better than dealing with a refund request. That way there are no surprises later. At the end of the day, it's all about numbers, right? The more you sell, the more refund requests you're going to get. It's just the law of averages. But if you take these simple steps to prevent them at the point of sale, to be very clear about your policies and implement them consistently when they do come up, to take the time to talk to your clients, to engage your clients when they do have a problem, you're going to find that more than likely your request for refunds just shrinks dramatically, if not is almost eliminated. Now, I promised you that I was going to share with you my refund policies. You can get it below this video. And of course, the best way to overcome any refund issues is to constantly be selling and getting more clients in the door, so that's not a worry or a problem for you. So below this video, I've also got for you my handout on how to get more sales calls. You just go to the link below and grab it and it's all yours. If you found today helpful, please share it with somebody who you know needs it. Give me a thumbs up and let me know below what helped you the most. And I would love to get to know you personally. This is my invitation to you to join me in the free Living Forward Facebook community. It's an awesome community where we can interact daily. You can get daily inspiration from me. You can meet some awesome entrepreneurs, network, grow your business. All you have to do to join is go to livingforwardcommunity.com, click the Join Now button, and I'll see you on the inside.